Welcome from La Palma in the Canaries with Megan Kimmel, ready for Transvulcania, which is supposed to be once again duel between Megan and Ragnar de Vaz. Do you really feel so, Megan?
I think it'll be a duo of at least me and Ragna. But yeah, Ragna certainly is what I consider a main competitor. But I think there's much more to her that hold the potential to do well tomorrow.
Well, last year, our staff at carrerasdemontana.com was lucky enough to go back to Colorado and witness a historical moment where Mama welcomed you very excited at the finish line. Why was Mama so excited?
I'd broken the old record of the Pikes Peak, so but my mom is always excited.
I mean, we're talking 37 years old.
Yeah, that was pretty special, you know, to break a record that goes so far back in history, especially within my home state, especially within that race.
It's kind of probably for a runner. I wish I could really understand how it feels, but probably lifetime achievement.
Yeah, I think it was one of the biggest moments I've had in racing.
Okay, fast forward year 2019, high stakes, and first stroke at getting Skyrunning, gold. Wow.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
Not gold, but 30 something minutes lead before Ragnar de Vaz.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, yachting is a very specific race. I cannot lie, like I'm used to altitude. I would consider it maybe my bread and butter. It's where I've trained for the majority of my adult life. So I am not letting that race go too far in my head. Ragna came from Marathon de Sable, so I think that she's actually much better trained for this race and for the heat that will most likely come by the end of the day.
Well, you're a Coloradoan head to toe, as they say. And how would you explain the Colorado trail running scene to somebody, some fan who has never been to Colorado?
I think it depends on where in the state, but in general, I think that Colorado fits under the umbrella of the United States, where the trail scene is mostly about people enjoying nature. And it's very casual, relaxed. The camaraderie can be competitive because we live in a state with very many good runners, but the spirit is always one of more fun and laughing than of fierce competition.
And there's this very popular thing in Colorado called the 14ers.
Yeah.
Tell a European about the 14ers.
14ers are the 54 or 56, it depends on who you ask, highest mountains in Colorado. 14ers means it's above 14,000 feet. So we have a lot of them in Colorado. Some people, it takes a lifetime to do, and anymore though, people are doing them in the minimum amount of time.
What have you heard about this race before coming? Expectations?
Transvulcania has, I think, one of the best reputations of any race in the world. You never talk to anyone who has a bad experience here, and so its reputation precedes it. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to experience the landscape. I'm very excited to experience the culture and all the people supporting the race. I can't say anything more than I've been wanting to come for many years, and I'm finally here.
Okay, and we'll be there to tell you. We'll follow the race at trailrunningspain.com in English and carrerasdemontana.com in Spanish. And once Transvulcania is over, what are your targets for this year?
The next race is Zegama, so I've done, this will wrap up 3 of the Sky Series for me, with 1 more to happen later in the summer, and after this race I start the Golden Trail Series, so taking on 2 series I think is more than necessary for 1 season, and I hope I can pull it off.
Aren't you worried about overdoing it? Because it's always a challenge, and it would not maybe not be the first time it has happened to you.
Yeah, you know, it was just 2 years ago that I majorly overdid racing. A lot comes down to how a schedule is lined up, and that's kind of how I've designed my year this year, to do 3 of these Sky races early in the year, to open up the rest of my summer for the Golden Trail Series. So I think it's lined up pretty well, and hopefully I can finish with good results at all the races, so I don't have to pick up any extra races, which could clutter the schedule.
Well, so be it. A pleasure to have you over in Spain and looking forward to your races here.
Thanks so much for having me.